Okay, so tonight we are talking all things DTs because we are all ready to use up all of our codes. Can I get an amen? Drop a 1 in the comments if you are ready to use all of your codes, and you are pumped to hear all of the tips and tricks of what is working right now. And just drop a 1 if you're lit for this Zoom. Like, I'm so excited and so honored to have such amazing people on, and I am going to let Shey introduce herself, and we're just going to get right into it. Shey, are you here? Can you? Oh, I'm going to make.
I'm
Oh,
here.
hi. Hi.
Hello. Who's excited? I'm so excited. I'm so ready for y'all to enroll all the distributors, but I am Cheyenne Knox. I'm 22. I'm Ambassador Diamond. I've been in the business next month 4 years. I was just an 18-year-old high school student when I joined, and I was just looking for a couple $100s a month. No expectations of this actually working for me. Anybody else out there that you're like, man, this probably isn't going to work. This is just something I'm going to make some gas money with. My first paycheck was $17, and I was hyped. I was like, wait, I actually made real dollar bills from this, like real money. I could buy some Taco Bell. Yes. And then the next month I promoted to Ruby. And I, got what I joined for, that couple $100s a month. And then that was when I really just kind of realized, oh, wait, like I'm paid for the work that I'm doing. Like I can truly make this work. And I did just this little bit and I went, Ruby, now what could I do now if I like went all in? And so I was working super closely with my upline. I was, plugging into all these things, watching all these other leaders, watching YouTube video, looking at the team page, following all these people that, Mark used to talk about on the family call, and the Show Me the Money call used to be on the phone. And I would get on the phone and I would listen to all these people sharing their stories and stuff. And I just literally copied everybody. And so 5 months in, I went diamond, truly still ignorance on fire. Didn't really know anything about the business at that point. I was just popping customers and distributors in the system because I was excited. And, I really needed this business to work because where the life that I grew up in was not the life that I wanted. Anyone else, drop a 2 in the chat if you're like me. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. I want to change my family legacy. I want to change my family tree. I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. Like, I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. And those were all the things that, just kept overplaying in my head of, if you do this, look at where you'll be. If you do this, you'll have security. If you do this, you'll have a savings account. Like, you won't be in debt. And that's what it meant to me. And I like to not say that I didn't work my business in fear, but I kind of did. It was like fear of the life that I didn't want. Everyone was like, hey, make some dreams. And I was like, can I just say I'm running from everything I don't want? I don't really know what I want this way, but I know what I don't want that way. And so I went to college and I was there for a year, decided that, the calling that I felt on my heart wasn't really the calling that I was meant to be. And I dropped out of college and pursued this business full time. And 2 months after that, I went presidential diamond. We became the youngest top income earning team in the entire company. And fast forward a year later, after all the things that we were able to do, or me, I'm one person, I don't know why I said we, this human, not married, no kids, no nothing, just single Pringle over here. What I was able to do with this business just a year later, we went ambassador diamond. And now I'm building my 2.0. I'm trying to go triple diamond 2.0 this month. And it's just crazy to see all the things that this business has given me, not only just financially, but the friends that I've met. Holy crap, the friends, the people, the community, the person I've become, the confidence that I have, the relationship with the Lord that I didn't even know that I could have, like that I have now. And just every aspect of my life has changed, and I'm thankful for it. So I'm excited here to talk to y'all about how to get some dang distributors.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I always use the example of, listen, we can get all the customers we want all day. And it's very important to get customers because the customers are the foundation of our business. Okay. Customers are the foundation of our business. But one thing that I want you guys to realize is that you want to get customers, and that is going to be addition to your team. But when you get distributors, when you sign distributors, when you help change people's lives, when you partner with people in business, you multiply. Okay. And so you want to take all the notes, get all the tips, because Shey has been killing it, and she has all the things that are so duplicatable. So Shey, kind of walk us through what's working for you specifically right now. But I also want you to touch on too, like how it's not one avenue, right? Like I think so many people get caught up in, oh my gosh, well, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to focus on one thing, when really it's going to be it's going to be kind of a multitude of things. So go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I love that you said, I tell this to my team all the time. Customers are addition, but multiplication is going to be those distributors. What's going to multiply your check? It's going to blow up every aspect of your business. How many of you right now are like, I just want a working team. I just want people that text back in my group chat. I want people that get on my Zooms. New blood. New blood. People text me on my team and they already know what my response is going to be. I'm struggling with this. When's the last time you got a new distributor? I just can't fix this. I can't, my paycheck this. New distributor? Huh? When's the last time you enrolled? Like, got to get those distributors in the system. And so something that Jade told me one time that has stuck in my head forever, like it lives in my brain rent free. You get 30 customers. Okay, the math isn't right, but say you get 30 customers and you make $300 from that. Okay. Or you can get 2 distributors and make $300 in fast starts. Plus commission, plus a bigger paycheck, plus you got 2 people that are around forever. Customers are around for 90 days, unless they order for a couple more months. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get a distributor, that could be the presidential to your ambassador chart. But you get that customer, you're gonna have to replace it in a couple months. And so when it comes to distributors, guys, how many of you drop a 1? Let's just be vulnerable here, and you're like, I don't know how to enroll a distributor. The concept makes me want to vomit. I can't train them. I can't have a conversation. I feel like they think it's too expensive. There's lots of ones dropping in the chat. Do you know that was me one time? When I joined this business, I said, I have to get people on my team. I have to enroll somebody. I have to help somebody else do this. And I'm freaking clueless 5 months in going diamond. And I don't even know how to show somebody to enroll. Like, what are the steps? I don't know. It's hard and it's stressful. And it seems like this battle that you're not ready to fight because you're like, I don't know. Listen, you have $1 million opportunity on your hands. Okay. And when you get somebody into the business with you, I learned with them. I still learn with them. Like, they teach me new things. And so you're just going to have to understand that, we all start at start. Kelsey was a brand new distributor. Stephanie Dunn, our #1 income earner, was a brand new distributor, afraid to enroll distributors at one point in her business. And so you've just got to step out of your comfort zone and say, what if this opportunity that I reach out to this girl about, or what if this opportunity that I post about or share or do this TikTok on is the answered prayer to somebody that was laying in bed at night 2 nights ago praying for an opportunity like this? You have to change your perspective on that. Yeah, you're going to be afraid to enroll them. And yeah, you're going to say, I don't know how to train them, but let's figure it out after they're in the system, because you've got resources for that. Corporate has trainings for that. Your team has a team page. You got YouTube. Jade Hooper was enrolled by somebody who said, we sell wraps on Groupon. Okay. And then quit a week after. She figured it out and now she's in top 10, right? There's a lot of stories like that. And so let's just let that fear go and let's talk in the moment about how you're going to take the steps to enroll those distributors. Okay, can we do that? Let's get rid of the fear. Let's get rid of the, oh, how do I train them? Let's get rid of the, what if it's too expensive? We're just talking about how you're going to get them. What are your action steps when you click end on this Zoom and you go out into the real world of building this business? So we're going to start with #1. I post every dadgum day about this business, okay? If I don't feel good, if my life is crazy, if I'm busy, if I don't have anything to post, I'm posting about this business. I'm going to post about the freedom. I'm going to post about the finances. I'm going to post about a training. I'm going to post about $39. I'm going to post about my story, someone else's story. There will be something on my social media about this business. Drop a 2 in the chat if you have posted about this business in some way today.
But wait, Shey, this is what people say, is that how do you not sound redundant? I don't want to post the same thing every day. So how do you make it different every day?
You want to know? If you go look at my TikTok, every TikTok says the same thing with a different song. The same dadgum thing. I'm like, this, yep, this, ooh, yeah, ooh, all the same thing. Same story. I change up a couple words maybe to switch it up a little bit, but it's the same story. Why? Because that post is being seen by thousands of different people. When I post on my story every day, Facebook algorithm absolutely hates our guts, and I'll post something and 20 people are going to see it. And then tomorrow a different 60 people are going to see it. And then tomorrow my next presidential diamond's going to see it. And my next diamond's going to see it. And my next rock star distributor is going to see it. I don't care if somebody said, oh my God, this is so annoying. So what? I lose 10 people. 10 followers that didn't bring value to my life. I'm going to get 20,000 other people that want to know how I make an income from home. Okay. Change your mindset. It doesn't matter if you're telling the same story every day. Go follow top leaders and you'll find that they tell the same story and change up a couple words. They talk about what life was like, what it felt like before this business, what it feels like now, and what it's going to feel like when they accomplish X, Y, and Z. It's all the same thing. You don't have to switch it. You don't have to have a crazy story. And so I post, okay? Follow the right cat. Go follow Kelsey. Go follow me. Go follow Morgan. Go follow Stephanie Dunn and watch what they do and make it your own. We all live different lives. I'm not a mom. Kelsey's a mom. Courtney Boer's not a mom, but she's married. There's 3 different examples for you to follow and kind of see the way that we post. Just follow what we do. Just do that. That's what I did. And you'll get used to it. But the more that you share about it, posting is the number one most important thing that you can do. The number one most important thing that you can do. Drop a 4 in the chat if you join this business because you saw someone posting. Lives, TikToks, Reels, Facebook post, Instagram post, Twitter, Snapchat, I don't care. You found it because you saw someone posting about it. So if you're not posting, it doesn't matter what work you're doing, no one's joining you. Nobody. Because they don't have a single clue what you're even talking about. Nothing. Because we're on social media. Hello. Okay, posting, so important. Use your resources, follow other people, look in the team page, posting 101s on my YouTube channel. It's a killer posting Zoom. Learn how to do it and just do it. Number 2, confidence. Confidence, okay? When I joined this business, I had to borrow people's confidence. I didn't have any. I didn't have any at all. I didn't think that I could be successful. I didn't think I had a lot of potential in this. I didn't believe in myself. I thought, oh my God, how am I supposed to enroll a distributor? I can't even do that. I didn't have confidence, but I was excited as heck about what I had my hands on. Why? Because it was a vehicle to take me to a better life. I didn't know where that was going. I was kind of getting in the car and just hoping we were going somewhere pretty, but I didn't know. I just got in the car and said, let's freaking go. Courtney, help me out. Text your upline, say, help me out. What do I do? What do I need to be doing? How do I post? What do I need to say? Like, just help me out. I'm ready for this, okay? That confidence, that excitement will turn into confidence. Go back to my Facebook and watch the very first Facebook Live I ever did. I was in a Texas Longhorns t-shirt, okay? Sweat through it, didn't smile a single time. I had swiped the comments to the left so that I couldn't see the mean girls from high school joining it. I had a Post-it note stuck to my phone right below the camera so that I could read off of it, and people literally commented on it and said, hey, why don't you smile? Because I'm like, you should join my team. It's really amazing. Hey, I'm going to be making an extra income, like literally awful. But you know what? My next live got better. And the live after that got a little bit better. And the live after that, I got a little bit more excited and I maybe cracked a smile or two. And then same with Instagram stories. I hated talking on my stories when I first started, but now it's the primary way that I build relationships with my social media. I talk about my day. I talk about my hot mess life. Okay. You got to start at start. If you were going to work at McDonald's tomorrow, would you know how much salt they put on those fries? No, you have to learn. You got to start. You got to show up to the job and figure it out. And so when you're getting out there and you're confident, your confidence will grow. Okay. If like me right now, I don't go to the gym because I don't know how to use a single one of those machines. I'd walk in and be like, I'm out. These people, they got it. But I got to start using the machines in order to learn how to use the machines, right? It's the same thing. So use that confidence, guys, because why do people join? Why do people join this business? They have FOMO. They want what you have. They want to be a part of this business, whether it's fun, friendships, finances. They see that you're doing these trainings. I had a girl message me yesterday. She's like, I don't need the money, but I'm a stay-at-home mom and I just want friends. Y'all, it's not just about the money. So share all of it. And if you're confident as heck about what you're doing, people are going to say, okay, I thought I'd never be one of those girls. How many of y'all never thought you'd be one of those girls? And now you're it. Welcome to the club. Okay. Never thought that I would ever be in a business like this. And now it's my career. Okay. I'm a professional network marketer and I freaking love it. And that's why people join me. I am doing someone a service. I am offering you a life-changing opportunity. And every conversation that I start, they will end up in my personally enrolled team. Why? Because I believe in this business. And I don't care if you're on here and you're a brand new distributor and you're like, who is this girl? You can see how confident I am about what I do. Didn't start that way, but I failed a lot of times and I kept failing upwards and I kept posting and I kept doing the awkward lives and I kept doing the awkward stories and I kept making the awful, awful post on Facebook where I literally would put hashtag join my team, hashtag that crazy rap thing, and posted awful selfies with awful filters holding a bottle of Fat Fighters, but I didn't even talk about Fat Fighters. I mean, the glow up, okay? We all start at start. start, but it's because I got out there and I was excited about what I was doing and I was confident, and it didn't matter who told me. I mean, yeah, it hurt me on here, but I didn't show it because I was like, oh, you don't believe in me? Watch this. And I was confident and I was excited and I was super loud about it. And everybody that I knew what I was doing. Everybody. My kindergarten teacher was one of my first customers, if that tells you anything. Okay. I didn't talk to her. I was 18 when I joined this business. So like a whole 15 years later, hey, you want to buy my wraps? No? Okay. On to the next, because they're going to join me. And so that confidence behind that conversation, when I tell someone the price, even before the codes, it's $39 now. What a freaking steal. But $99 to join a business like this, I'd pay $10,000. I'd give my right arm. I'd give you my first unborn child to join this business again, because that's how much I love it. And that's how much I want everyone to be a part of this. And so you should be posting. You should have confidence like nobody's business. And you should be doing all of the things. I don't just post TikToks. I don't just post stories. I don't just follow people. I do the circle of rap girl life. That's what I call it. I'm posting, I'm following up with people, I'm interacting, I'm building relationships, I'm loud on TikTok, I'm posting that TikTok on Reels, I'm going live on Facebook, I'm posting on my Instagram story, I'm making my coffee, I'm talking about the business, I'm, sharing my life. I always say, here's all the things about my life: Taco Bell, TJ Maxx, traveling, home decor, all the core things that I love. And then I take all the things about the business and I do this. What do I start with? The coffee. Then I talk about home decor. Then I talk about the freedom. Then I talk about the hair, skin, and nails, or my skincare. Then I talk about this crazy, stupid thing that I did that day. Then I talk about this cute hat that I'm wearing and I want everybody to buy it because it's cute. That's what I do. And all these things just interlock with each other, the things that I'm doing, and it's just a part of it. Now, did I know how to do this 4 years ago? No. Did TikTok even become a part of my business until April? No. I've been doing TikTok for just a couple of months, and I've never felt better about my business because it's something new. You learn to pivot. And you as a new distributor, or you as somebody that's been here a couple of months, we used to call in on the show me the money call. We didn't have Zoom. People used Periscope. Okay. And then we didn't have Instagram stories either. Can you imagine doing anything in life without stories? I wouldn't know what anybody does in their life. I wouldn't even know what to do with my life if we didn't have Instagram stories. And those came out last year. And so you're going to have to pivot and you're going to have to figure it out. But when TikTok came out, I saw Jackie Deering. She's a Canadian presidential. She came to us and was like, y'all use TikTok. And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not dancing. I don't know the Renegade. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. And now it took me ambassador. And it's taking me Triple Diamond 2.0, and it's helped me enroll over 150 distributors. It's helped me have incredible new leaders and give me a confidence about my business. And I'm having fun, you guys. I'm having so much fun. And some of my friends are like, you look so stupid. I'm like, but I feel good doing it. Okay. I am hyped. I feel good. I'm like, yes, everybody's seeing this business. And people are like, well, I don't know how to use TikTok. I didn't either. That's the funny part. It's the kicker. We all figure it out. I was like, okay, I'm going to click some buttons. I'm going to do some of this like colored words. I'm going to like put this in this spot, click post. Oh, I messed it up. Okay, we'll try again next time. We'll do a different video. Oh, that one got 12 views. Okay, we'll try again. And I just copy the right cat still to this day. And so if you can post and you can be super freaking loud about what you're doing, and you can be confident and have belief that you are going where you are going and you will get there somehow. Okay. You got to just hop on. You just got to just get in there, because it's not going to be easy. And you may be afraid and you may feel like you look really stupid. Okay. And maybe you do, but the next time you do it, you won't. And you just got to keep going. And when you're confident about it, and then 3, you're doing all of the things. Like people are like, how are you getting these distributors? I got 2 from Reels. I got like the other 30 from TikTok. I got 1 from Facebook. I got another from Facebook Live. Like they're all just from all things, because I'm just distributing. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I got a couple eggs in this one and a couple eggs in this one and a couple eggs in that. And so find something, run with it. The glory of this business is we don't all have to work at the same, and we can all do different things, but make sure that you're doing a lot of different things and don't just close out of an entire outlet. Like I was talking to an ambassador diamond a couple of days ago, and she's like, I don't use Instagram. And I said, dude, you could be double ambassador at this point if you just start. She was like, well, it's overwhelming. I'm like, Facebook was overwhelming too at one point too. And imagine if you would have never opened that door, you wouldn't be ambassador. And so you've got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone, but most of all, be freaking excited about what you're doing and share every bit of this business. Even if you're making that $17 paycheck like I was in the beginning, and people would have thought I was making 10 grand because I was that excited.
I love it. Okay. So I want to add a couple of things. Number one, when she's talking about confidence, you guys, this is so crucial. Please hear me on this. Confidence comes from knowing I just need to know the next step. I don't need to know 5 steps down the road. I don't need to know 12 steps down the road. I don't need to know what somebody else is going to say about me if I take this next step. All I need to know is what's the next step and do it. Because as you do it, you will get confidence because you're doing what you said you were going to do. Okay. So that's where anxiety comes in, is if you try to think 27 steps ahead. Please don't do that. Just say, what's the next thing? Okay. What's the next step? Okay. What's the next step? Don't ask 27 steps. Okay. Because if I would have asked that about anything in my life, I would have run the other direction. Okay. What's the next step in marriage? Oh, well, you fight. Oh gosh. Okay. I gotta go. Right. Like, what's the next step about having a kid? Oh, they scream all night. I gotta go. I can't do that. Okay. But like, if you just keep going one step at a time, you figure it out. Nobody figures it out when they join, right? Like nobody knows what it's going to take. But what you do know is that I know what the next thing is. I just know what the next thing is. Okay. And when she was talking about all the things, I was actually talking to one of my girls today about this, and she mentioned the word overwhelmed. And this word is like a trigger for me because I've heard so many people say they're overwhelmed. Drop a 5 in the comments if you've said that more this year than you've probably said it in your entire life combined. Okay. So here's what I want to tell you. We have this huge negative connotation about the word overwhelmed. But what's the alternative to overwhelmed? Underwhelmed. Who the F wants to be underwhelmed in their business? So I'm going to tell you that right now, I have 117 influencer applications. I have 30 Instagram message requests, and I have probably 20 something at this point Facebook messages that I have not responded to. But do you know what I do first? My KPIs. And do you want to know why? Is because if I play catch up all day, I didn't build my business. I managed it. And so often we get so caught up playing catch up and being like, oh, like I got to clear out my inbox. No, chill out, OCD. Okay. Your inbox, you're not going to die if your inbox is not at like 0. Okay. So what you have to realize is that what happens, and this happened to me, this is the only reason I know this, is because it happened to me, is I would clear out my inbox for like 2 days and then go back to doing my KPIs because I felt like, oh crap, like I gotta generate new business. Generate the new business first every single day, and you will never run out of new business. Just like Shey said, new blood will always solve all your money problems in this business. All your money problems, new blood. And you want to know the distributor that just left your team that you're so upset about? You wouldn't care if you had 117 influencer applications in your inbox. I promise. You wouldn't care if your business was going in that way. You would actually feel bad for that person, because you're like, all right, bro, you're bad. Like you're missing out. Like I used to put the hashtag, if we're talking about old posts, hashtag join me or watch me. Okay. Like I was Bruno Mars or something. And I feel like that all of the time, if we just understand that every single ounce of this business is built on bringing in new. And when you get into managing your business and not building it, you will feel exhausted. And you will start lowering your expectations of your goals. You're going to start lowering your expectations of other people. And so those are the things I want to add, because I think so often what happens is we just get so caught up in trying to get caught up. Why are we trying to get caught up? Why are we not looking forward to being overwhelmed? I actually love waking up to an inbox that's full. I love opening my influencer applications and say, oh, I get to respond to 117. Wow, what a blessing, right? Instead of, oh my God, how I have to figure all of this out. How am I going to keep up? First world problems. That's a first world problem. Shey, is there anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think about, people that feel stuck in their business. Okay. So how many of you are like, I could probably have a little bit more movement right now. I could, I need some distributors. I need some volume coming in. Like I need some things.
Oh, sorry.
Did
Sorry.
you mute me, Kelsey?
I did. I was trying to unmute somebody else.
Oh gosh. Okay. So, when you have all these things that you want to be happening, okay, let's think about what you are putting into it. Okay. Oftentimes we want the input. Okay. We want the dollar bills. We want the distributors. We want the fast starts. We want the recognition. Okay. Drop a 3 in the chat if you're like, I will die for some recognition. Okay. That's me. I'm like, give it to me. Tell me I'm doing great. Like, do you even like me? Like, can you tell me that? How many of y'all are like that in your relationship? You're like, I know you're married to me, but like, do you love me still? You see all those memes all the time. It's like you need the recognition and the affirmation of the things that you're doing, but we're not doing anything to receive those. Just like she said, when you worry about someone quitting your team, honestly, I'm going to be really honest with you and know my heart when I say this. If somebody were to quit right now, I wouldn't even notice. I am so like focused on where I'm going, bringing in all these distributors, getting these customers, doing these host to post. This person says, oh no, I don't think I'm interested in that. Okay, chat with you later. Like I got too many people that are interested, that I've gotten to the point where I can be selective with the people that I get into this business. Like someone's like, I don't know, or they're super negative. Come back to me with a better mindset. Okay, I got too many people to talk to. Like that's where you should be. And if you like, I know when she said, like, I've got this many applications, this many texts, I know what it's like to have an empty inbox. I've been there. But you know why I was in that position? Because I wasn't doing anything to make my inbox full. I was walking through the motions. I was maybe copy and pasting some posts, but I wasn't confident. I wasn't excited. I wasn't out there like screaming from the rooftops that these people need to be on my team. I promise you guys, I know it sucks and it's like a hard like pill to swallow sometimes, but everything you do in your business is a direct result of the things that you've put in it. People do not find success by accident. People do not mass enroll by accident. People do not get explosive host to post on accident. People don't build these huge, massive, flourishing teams on accident. It is all from the input that you put in order to get the output. Okay. That's like, I think it's a science law, Newton's law, whatever the heck that is. I think I remember that from school. Like whatever you put as an input, you're going to get an output. It's just like a thing. So you're asking for the output. You're asking for that recognition. You're wondering why your upline's not texting you and why when they do shout out posts or any of that, you're not getting a shout out. Like I've been there. I know what that's like, but I was doing nothing to receive that. And so if you're not getting TikToks up, you're not going to get distributors filling out your application. If you're not going live, you're not going to get people who see your heart. If you're not talking on your stories, they're not going to understand who you are and get to know you before they join the business. If you're not having that conversation with complete excitement and you're like, okay, it's $99, but listen, it's the best $99 you'll ever spend. You spend $99 at Target. I mean, you just tell them exactly and add the value on what this business is. Those people will be flocking to you. But if you start that conversation up here, it all starts up here. Check yourself, okay? When you open that message and you're like, oh gosh, I'm about to get some $99. Oh no. Is it too expensive? Oh no, they're gonna tell me no. They're gonna block me. They're gonna not message me. They're gonna leave me on red. I start every conversation. I'm like, it's $99. Are you ready to go? Yes or yes. Enter in. I don't know. Like that's how I started because I'm just confident. I'm excited. So if you're not getting the output that you want and you're not getting distributors on your team and you feel like you're doing all these works, check the work that you're doing. Are you scrolling and feeling like you're working? I've done that plenty of times. And I'm like, man, I feel like I got like 30 host to post up and I got up like 2. What the heck? Because I wasn't doing all the input that I needed to get the output out. And so check the work that you're doing in order to get that output and figure out what it is that you're not doing enough of and check where it's starting. When's the last time you opened a book? Enrollments and distributors start right here in order to get to here. Whatever you're pouring yourself into, what's your circle like? Are these people supportive or are they not? Are they draining you? Are you focusing too much on what's behind you and what's not happening so much that you can't focus on what is going to happen and where you're going? Start there and your enrollments will increase. Promise you.
I love it. I love it. It's so good because it is about the input, but you guys, there is another factor that goes into it, and that's your attitude when you're doing it. And that's what she's talking about, right? Because you can be there salty, sitting on your phone, sitting in your bed and being like, "Ugh, just got to get this done. Oh my gosh." Instead of saying, you know what? I actually am so excited to share this opportunity. And when you have that approach, it's not about, for me, it's not necessarily about the results, it's about the process, because I know when I do the process, the results will come. So get hyped when you finish your KPIs. Get hyped when you do a month or a week straight of getting your KPIs done, because guess what? The harvest is coming. But if you don't get hyped about the process, you'll never see the results because you're frustrated if they don't come soon enough. You're frustrated if you're basing your worth based on how many distributors you sign. And yes, is it cool that you sign all these distributors? Yes, it's awesome. But you know where those distributors came from? The TikTok you put up 4 days ago, the messages you sent out 2 weeks ago, the post that you put up. I had a girl respond to me and she's like, sorry for that I never responded. Guess when my message was from? 4 years ago. I literally typed back, 4 years later. She was like, oh my gosh, I know. But literally, you guys, that was from 4 years ago. Okay. And if you sit here and you're saying to yourself, but she probably saw a reel, she probably saw a post, she maybe has been seeing them for this whole time. I don't know. But what I want you guys to know is that you have to love the process. And not even all the time, but you have to realize that if you choose to fall in love with the process, the results will come. And then you're not frustrated when you don't sign somebody that day, because you know tomorrow or you know a week from now you're going to get the harvest that you were planting. Okay, thank you so much, Shey. I'm going to have Montana hop on real quick. Montana, can you unmute yourself?
Hey girl, hey.
Hi. I'm so excited
Hi.
to get on. If you could just share a little bit about your story, and then we're going to get to the I almost said the meat, which would sound really gross, but I would just the nitty gritty, and just share a little bit about your story, and then I will ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, girl. Okay. Hi, you guys. My name is Montana. I am a single mama of 3 kiddos. They are 11, 9, and 7. I started this business almost 6 years ago when they were 10 months old, 1.5 years old, and almost 4. Okay. So I was crazy busy a mama, but I was broke. I was so broke and I'm red. So you put money in front of me. And I'm like, sister, let's go. Show me the money right now. Okay. And so I joined, I hit the ground running. You guys, I went diamond in 3 months. I went double in 7. And then I had life happen to me. Anybody have life happen to you ever? Ever? Did anybody have that? Okay. I went through a divorce. It was crazy. I had to restart my life. I had to figure this out. I moved back home to toxic family members. Anybody got those? Okay. Because I had a whole group of those. And they brought me down. This is why your circle is so freaking important. The circle I had around me, you guys, brought me down and put me into a dark hole. Okay. And I just got off of Zoom and I'm going to cry again because I always cry at this part. So I let my business go, didn't quit, had a thriving business, but I let it go because I let the devil speak lies into me over and over and over again until it literally beat me to the floor, you guys. And so I went back into nursing because I am a prior nurse. I was working in a GYN office. And I remember coming home, I worked 14 hours that day. I missed my kids. I was tired. I was doing everything on my own 24/7. And you guys, I walked in, and as much as I wanted to love my kids, I wanted to hug them, I walked straight into my kitchen and I slid down my kitchen floor and I just bursted into tears because I was like, I know God has something more for me. Like, I'm not meant to be right here. I've already seen success with this business. I already know what that feels like. Why? Why did I allow the devil to come in and beat me down? Like, why did I believe in that? You guys, the next day I quit my job. I went full time with this business and it's been 2 years since I have done so. And this year, We bought a house. We bought land. I have chickens. We're building our farm and all the things now. And it was just a mindset switch of, yes, I have chickens and I like to hug them. I don't kiss them though, but I like to hug them. And it just life changed all because of that. Just one decision of just not allowing the devil to beat me down anymore. So that's my story.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. But I want people to hear that. And I always like to point this out because I always say it was one decision to press submit. It was one decision to do this. But every single day it's a decision to show up for your business. It's that decision over and over. And what that one decision that she's talking about did is she said, every single day I'm going to choose my business. Every single day I'm going to say, I'm showing up for my business. I'm not doing this half anymore. I'm not going to pick and choose when I want to work or how I feel. You guys, you cannot work your business based on how you feel. You have to work it based on what you want. Okay, so you said,
and that part's so good though, Kelsey, because I was an inconsistent leader. I was inconsistent in my business. I was inconsistent in my mentality. But when I made that decision the next day, I said, no more. I have to be consistent in every area all the time, no matter what. And that's why my business has been booming for these last 2 years because of that. I stopped making excuses for myself and started getting serious about everything. Yeah. So I love that you said that.
It's so true because I think at the end of the day, we have to realize that you might have the right to feel that way. You know, Montana, if you think about your story, it's like, dang, she went through a divorce. Dang, you know, she was a single mom. Dang, she had to go back to nursing. And you would have every single right to feel that way. But what Tony Robbins has told me is that your rights don't get you what you want. Mm-hmm. So even if you have the right to feel that way, that is not getting you to where you want to go or creating the person that you want to become. And I think that as you said, you know what? No more of that. And I might have the right to feel that way, but that's not how I'm going to run my business or lead my life. A quote that changed my life was, your emotions and your feelings, they make great servants, but terrible masters. Meaning if your feelings should serve you, your feelings should let you know what you like and what you don't like. But if you let your feelings master your life and rule your life, you are in for some inconsistent and wild ride. And so if you say, I'm not worrying about how I feel, but what I am doing is continuing to focus on what I want.
Yep.
And so, okay, so 96 distributors in the last 2 months. I'm freaking out about that. Explain how you did it. What are your tips and tricks?
Okay, you guys, anybody an introvert on here? Like, I need to see my introvert friends because that's me. Like, if you meet me in person, I might seem bubbly right now. But if you meet me in person, I'm like, hey, like I'm so awkward. Okay. So I am an introvert and everybody kept talking about getting on TikTok. I immediately disqualified myself from TikTok. I said, I can't do makeup. I barely do my hair. Lord Jesus, I barely get dressed every day. Okay. And I was like, I'm not funny. I have no idea how to create content. I cannot dance. For save the life of me, I cannot dance. I'll probably look like I'm having seizures on there when I do shave my butt. Okay. And so I was like, I can't do this. I can't mimic other people's sounds. I can't do any of that kind of stuff. So I was like, how do I do this? You want to know what changed? September, I enrolled one distributor. And I said, oh, sister, hell no. What are you doing right now? This is not okay. This is not going to recreate because my October, my November, I don't care what anybody says. This is not a slow season. No way. And I am not going to have a slow work ethic. So I was like, okay, let's go TikTok. Let's figure this out. And so Brooke told me, Montana, post 3 times a day. Make a video, post 3 times a day, and put one of them on a reel once a day. And I said, okay, let's try this. And so I was like, what do I have to offer? Here's what I had to offer: my story. I had to offer me. I had to offer my struggles. I had to offer things I have been through in life. And that is literally what I shared. I'm not dancing on there. I mean, there's one dance on there the other day of me like shaking my butt, and then my kid left the video because he was embarrassed. But other than that, I am literally just pointing and I'm sharing my message of my mess because that is my past. And so I'm just sharing that with people multiple times, you guys.
Let me
I'm posting.
interrupt you because I hear this so often of, I don't have a story. I don't have a story yet. I'm not as successful as you are. I didn't pay off my car. I didn't do this. I didn't earn money in bonuses. I haven't made a paycheck yet. And what you're saying right now is that that's not what you're posting about. What you're posting about is what you struggled with. Drop a 12. I don't even know what number we're on, but we're going to use 12 because that's my favorite number. Drop a 12 in the comments if you have something that you've ever struggled with, that you have a story that comes from before you join this business that you want redemption for, that you want to say, this is part of my struggle and I want to get on stage and I want to get on a Zoom and I want to share what my story is, because I know that when I become successful in this business or hit the goals that I want to achieve, that somebody else can relate to what I'm saying, that I'm not alone, that my story is going to inspire somebody, because God doesn't waste anything. And so I just wanted to point that out, because you're not saying, oh yeah, all I'm doing is just posting about how much money I've made or posting about this. That's not even what you're talking about. What you're doing is you're connecting to people through your struggles. Okay, keep going.
Yes. Being relatable, you guys. I share that kind of stuff. How I was in foster care at 16. I was homeless at 17. I was pregnant at 19. I was single mom at 24 again for the second time. Like, I share that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. I also share things that are motivational, share things that are inspirational, and just do it like that. So in the morning time, I'll post about, my struggle that I went through. And then my other two postings is going to be something motivational. It's going to be something that I love to do because I love to speak life into people. That's my passion. I love that every single day, could do it all day long, right? And so obviously I'm going to share that on my TikTok, because if they go to my Instagram, if they go to my Facebook, they're going to see that too. And they're going to be like, wow, like this girl's legit. Like she's like this through all her social medias. Okay. And so I just got consistent with it. Whether I got 1 like, I got 0 likes, or I got 5,000 likes, I was consistent with it no matter what. And so I would be organized. Jade Hooper's about the board app. I got it. I downloaded it and I got myself organized on Sundays. I'm not a green personality, total red over here, you guys. And organization is about the bottom of my list. And so I was like, if I'm going to go all in for October, I have to go all in every area. So that means being organized. So I downloaded that app, got myself organized with all my conversations. Okay. So that way it was easy for me to have a conversation with multiple people. And then I have an organization day on Sundays. I make all my TikToks on Sundays. I take all my pictures on Sundays. I create all my posts for my Instagram and my Facebook on Sundays. I create all my videos. I want to put all my stories on Sundays. I have it all done. So that way when Monday comes around, and I just do a week at a time. So that way when Monday comes around, guess what I can do? I can copy, paste, post, push the button in my drafts, and I can focus and work. I don't have to worry about coming up with something to post or coming up with something to put in my videos or coming up with a TikTok. It's already done, you guys. So if there's anybody on here that's not organized, sister, get your butt up and get organized, because it will change your business like crazy. And so that's what I did. Got organized. I got serious and I made that decision. I'm not going to have another month like September ever again. I said, no way. No, I will not allow that to happen. And that's why I just got my butt to work and I said, let's figure it out as we go. But I got organized first.
I love that. So, okay, let's walk through like a TikTok conversation. So do you have an influencer application or do you have people message you on Instagram?
Okay, so I don't do an influencer application because, girl, it is so, I just can't. Okay, I can't do it. I want to have that immediate connection with every single person. So if they comment on my TikTok and they're following me, I will send them a message on TikTok and say, hey, girl, my messages are overwhelming. I'm going to need you to DM me on Instagram or Facebook and say TikTok. So I know that you're actually serious about wanting more information. And so I send that to them. They will go and message me on Instagram or Facebook. So that's for the people who are following me. And the people that aren't following me, I will just reply to their comment. Hey, you're not following me. TikTok won't let me message you. So you need to either DM me yourself or DM me on Instagram or Facebook. Okay. And so that's how my conversations go, you guys. Literally, I went from like 200 followers to like 13K within like 3 weeks of that, like just being consistent with it. But that's how my conversations went. And that's how I get people from TikTok over to my Instagram or my Facebook to have that conversation about the business.
Awesome. So once you do that and they message you TikTok, what's your next step?
So I am just going to go over with them the initial thing, like, hey, I am a brand rep. I work through social media, posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook. And then I always end with this. You need to be hardworking, teachable, and not a quitter. And so I always put that in there because I want people to know, and I say this twice, okay? So initially I will say that and they're like, yeah, I want more information. And I'll say, and I break down the business. So I go over again, like you'll be posting on social media, you'll be doing the thing on there. I go over what products we have. I just list them like main products. And then I go over the pricing that it costs to get started. Okay. But again, in the end, I always say you have to be teachable, you have to be hardworking, and you cannot be a quitter. Because if they sign up and in a week they say, this is not for me, I'm going to say, sister, you said that you were not a quitter. So that's why I say it twice. But that's just like my majority of my conversation every time I have them.
I love it. What is your most common objection?
My most common objection would be right off the bat, they say, I don't have money. Or if I have to invest, it's not for me. You want to know my response? Can I close that door, baby? My response is this. You invest into your job every single day by gas, daycare that you have to pay, work clothes, a college degree if you have it. And I say, I spent more money at McDonald's right now with feeding my 3 kids than what it takes to join this business right now. And they're like, huh, I never thought that I invest. You know how many times I got that reply? I never thought about how I invest into my job every day. I got that response so many times from people that I was like, really? Really? People don't think they invest in their job every day? I'm like, you invest your time away from your family every day. We all paid to start a job, no matter what it is. And that's when they come around like, oh, okay. Like now I'm opening to listening to you.
That's so good. So, okay. Let's say, you signed 50 last month. Okay. Just for number's sake. How many conversations did you have to sign 50 distributors? Because I think, and obviously you don't know the exact number, but I want to make sure that people on here understand that like, this is not like she talked to 50 people and all 50 people signed up. Right. Because I think that so often we're like, oh, I talked to 3 people and they all said they don't have money. My life is horrible. I can't do this. I don't know what's wrong with me. So what would you say like your average amount of conversations is a day, or to even sign one distributor? How many conversations do you have?
I would say I would at least have to have 50 to 75 conversations to sign maybe 1 to 2 distributors. I think that's a good estimate of that. But here's the thing though. I talk to hundreds of people, so I can't pinpoint it, but I think that would be a good average. But girlfriend, I still got like 14,000 more people to go through.
Yep. Shey, would you say that that's about what your ratio is?
Yeah, so at the beginning of this month, I set a goal to enroll 50 distributors. I was super loud about it. I posted about it everywhere. And around that time was when I got super, super consistent. I was like, I'm about to post 7 TikToks a day. Like, I'm about to go all in with this. And so I was posting that many TikToks, and it took a lot for me to finally get one that I think it hit 20,000 views. And so I got 300 applications. So I went over to my applications, and on my applications, it says DM me money. And so I wanted to see how many people were DMing me money from my application. And I had 334 applications, and I had 312 messages that I went through. And I got, I think, 10 distributors from that the day that I went through all of them. And then over time, it turned into 20, and I think I just hit 31 for the month. So I had to go through, I mean, now it's been way more than that. I probably talked to 700 people in the last 16 days. And that's where I got 30 something distributors. And now I don't want y'all to look at that and say, well, crap, I can't talk to 700 people. You have the same chance that me and Montana do to talk to that many people. We're posting the same videos, and I don't sit there and flash like how much money I make or anything. I share, is it a scam? Nope. Do you do it from your phone? Yep. Like the same TikToks that you could be posting are the same ones that we're posting that are blowing up. I mean, I just posted one earlier that I said 2 things on, and it's blowing up right now. And I'm going to get applications from that, but I'm going to have to talk to hundreds of people. And I've been following up like crazy, writing their names down. So it's all about success and numbers, 110%. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think it just drop a 3 if you needed to hear that. If you were like, oh God, like I've been having so many conversations, and you're like, well, I'm actually only having like 10. I'm not actually having like 50, right? Because it can seem so easy. Like, how is Shey signing, 50 people? How is Montana signing 50 people? But at the end of the day, they're talking to more people than you. Right? It's not the script. It's not you. It's the number of people that you're talking to. So Montana, what would you say to somebody who's new? What's the best advice you give them to get started on signing distributors?
So the first thing.
Oh, you got muted. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm here again. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of when I first started this business. I shared my struggle over and over and over again, and that this business was going to change it. Okay, because guess what? I started just like you did, a struggle and no story. So I had to share that over and over and over again and show people that I was getting up, that I was going to change it, that I was taking action, and that all they have to do is lock arms with me, and that we can do this together. So share that struggle consistently, you guys. I share my story every single day, multiple times a day on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, all the time. So if you want to sign distributors, where you focus is what you're going to get. So if all you're focusing on is product, well, then why would you sign distributors? But if you focus on telling your story over and over again and inspiring people with that, like, maybe I can make that change too. Like, she was brave enough to do that. I share a relatable story to her, so I can get up and make that change. And so that's the biggest thing I can tell you right now. Where your focus is where you're going to go. And I always tell my team this all the time. Your progression is going to lie in the process. And so if you don't fall in love with the process of sharing your story and sharing about the business every single day, then you can't have the progress. You don't do one and not get the other. You know what I mean? So you have to go through the process to get the progress. Okay, so remember that, and don't get down on yourself, because if you have negative thoughts right now, that's exactly what's going to happen in your business all the time. But I always say this: put your action first, and the confidence is going to come. A lot of people love to say, well, I got to wait until I'm confident first before I'll do something like that. No, put the action first, and slowly the confidence is going to build, and it's going to build, and it's going to build. And then here you are making tons of TikToks, and you're having fun with your business again. So that's my biggest tip.
It's so good. And you guys, if you didn't know this, Montana didn't jump on until 10:30. I'm just going to tell you, was it a coincidence that Shey was actually talking about posting? And she just said, posting your story consistently, posting your story over and over and over. She didn't know that Shey said that. Okay. Here's the thing. It's not rocket science. There's no secret that we aren't telling you. Okay. And sometimes we just need to simplify it. We just need to simplify the business and understand that you don't have to have a success story to become a success story. You don't have, everybody starts without a success story and they become a success story because they know where they're going. And what I wanted, the last thing I'm going to say is if you know, people do not follow a parked car. If the car is parked, they can't follow them. So get up and figure out where your car is going, where you want to go, what your vision is in the business. And once you do that, people will follow you. They will follow you. It doesn't matter if you're at the start of your start of your race or if you're halfway through your race. It doesn't matter. If they know that you're going somewhere, they're going to want to come. If they don't see you going anywhere, if they don't see that this business, you're claiming that this business is going to change your life, how do they know that you can help them change theirs? They don't. And so you have to start speaking life over your business, posting about your success. And even if it's, I remember I posted the fact that this business paid for my Starbucks drink because my first paycheck was $34 and I rolled into Starbucks like I was the bomb. Okay. Because I was about to order a venti and not even worry about it. Okay. It doesn't have to be a house or a car. It can be gas. It can be a grocery. It can be a Starbucks drink, whatever it is. Post about it. Talk about where this business is going to take you. Okay. Is there anything, Shey or Montana, you want to add? Final thoughts?
I mean, ultimately, I think you guys have to step out of your comfort zone. I think everything that we've shared with you tonight, something that you felt kind of guilty about or something tugged at your heart about, you just got to jump. Like the same confidence that you had to jump into this business is the same confidence you have to do a TikTok, to go live, to post on your story when you're talking. I mean, we were all new at it at one point. And what if we would have never done it? Then you would have never seen that you could do it too. And that's the same thing for your team. You're the cap on your team. And then every time you don't step out of your comfort zone and do something, you're tightening that lid. When if you would just unscrew it completely and just jump right in and do, say like, okay, well, I'm going to do this TikTok. Then your team's going to say, I can do this TikTok. And when you go live, they're going to say, I can do that live. I can do that because she's doing it. And you can't tell your team to do what you're not willing to do. And so you've got to be willing to step out of your comfort zone in order to show them that they can too. So
I love it. I'm going to close this out in prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for Cheyenne and Montana. We thank you for their leadership. We thank you for the boldness that you've given them to step outside their comfort zone. And Lord, we thank you so much for every person who is on here, because we know that you make no mistakes, and it was a divine appointment that they were on here. And they needed to hear something that was said tonight. Lord, I ask that they take that to heart, even if it's just one thing, and they implement it into their business. I ask that you give them courage and boldness. And even if they are still scared, that they do it anyways. Lord, we know that our strength doesn't lie in ourselves, it lies in you. And we thank you for giving us that. We thank you for not expecting us to be perfect, but just expecting us to have faith. And Lord, I ask that you give every single person an extra dose of faith tonight, that you give them an extra dose of faith that they can do it, that they can do all things through you who strengthen us, and that they are going to be successful in this business, that they gain confidence, and that they continue to share every single part of their story so that you can get the glory. We love you so much, Jesus. We're so excited for what you're going to do in our businesses over the next couple of months. And I ask that we would grow our character so that we can receive and sustain the blessings that you give us. In your name we pray. Amen. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. Have an awesome night. Let's kill it.